And now he has gone off into the distance. Hope you guys are super excited about tonight's episode. We're going to talk about how he took on a non-corporeal body. He's a ghost in the shell, a ghost in the machine, a figment of our imaginations.
There we go.
I was talking mad trash about you the whole time.
I could hear you the whole time. Where do you think I went? Oh my gosh. This shirt is so ratty. Hold on.
Take it off. Take it off. That's very unprofessional, sir.
At least a little better.
There's a good looking man right there.
I'd order a regiment pullover if they had like a zippered one.
They don't.
I don't like the pullover hoodie.
I'm sure Entourage would take on suggestions for merch.
Yeah, but the zippers are expensive, basically. From what I've gathered, that's why they don't do it.
I've talked about jokingly saying that we should do COVID masks.
Actually, that'd be neat.
Yeah. Especially now we got told we're required to wear them at work now.
Switch this. Pull that up. There we go. Now we're doing some podcasting.
Closer.
Now we're podcasting.
So excited.
Okay.
I just can't hide it.
I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. Okay. I'm going to start recording. You ready?
Yes.
Welcome, everybody, to Not the Worst Podcast. This is episode 17, and we are going to be talking a lot about games and streaming and not video games. We got a board game thing going on. We got lots of stuff going on, so we got to get to it. I am JD, and I am joined by my co-host, Anthony. Hello, Anthony.
Hi.
And I don't really have anything for the intro. Nothing special. Do you have anything you wanted to talk about?
I do, and I'm excited about it because it's going to make you hate me.
Oh, no.
Watch Dogs 2 is going to be free on Monday, so I know
nobody cares. Nobody. Watch Dogs.
That's all I got.
Stupid franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. They have a third one coming out, right?
Yep. Who knew it did that well?
I forget. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know why they're latching onto this thing. I guess it's selling. The first one was okay. It was boring, but it was okay.
The best part was rating each other's games and hacking things while they're trying to complete a mission. That was probably the best part of it.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do with it. It was a neat concept when we first heard about it, like the original Watch Dogs, but what's happened? What's happened to you, Watch Dogs? Where have you gone?
Actually, on the same topic, Ubisoft is got the new Battle Royale.
Hyperscape.
Yeah. Hyperscape.
Haven't played it yet. I got the drop, but I never played it.
I don't know if I got the drop.
If you can still play it anymore. I think it was only like a week of testing that they were doing there.
Was it? Watch me get the drop the last day.
Yeah, I never bothered to play it. I watched a lot of it though, and so I could get a good feel for it. And it reminded me a lot of Spellbreak. It was super mobile, and there was a lot of trying to kill people in the air as they jumped around because you just had so many different movement abilities, and you could have two of them at once if you wanted. So you could like turn into a ball and bounce around the map. You could like jump up and slam down.
Really?
You could go invisible, like all this stuff. So it was just, it was chaos. It's fast paced, a lot of action, but there's a whole lot of sniping too, because it's just easier to hit people when they're jumping around when they're far away.
Yeah, I didn't watch that much. I watched Ali Shazam from Regiment play it, and it looked very chaotic.
Yeah, it's definitely chaotic. I wish it was more. I wish there was a bigger emphasis on the indoor fighting because I think that would be more fun for me.
Yeah.
Most people just run outside and they like jump on the buildings and they jump around like crazy people, looking down to see who's down there and picking them off. So
I probably would have if I'd played that game, I'd probably have the same strategy I did in Fortnite. And basically, I never built in Fortnite, and I always hit on bushes and only attack whoever survived the firefight. But I don't think it would be that easy to hide in hyperspace.
It doesn't seem that way.
Hyperscape.
I do. One thing I like about hyperscape is the way the circle closes. You know, Fortnite is just like a circle and then it closes and you die in the circle. Yeah. But in hyperscape, the sections like decay, like it's virtual reality, and there's a bug that's eating away at the environment. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun to watch.
That's why you said it looked like an Assassin's Creed turn.
It does look like the Assassin's Creed loading screen. It really does. Like, remember early Assassin's Creeds?
Yeah.
Where you like desynced from the Animus and you were running around in this like white, like it's got polygons and stuff, and you could like run around
and everything.
Yeah. That's what hyperscape looks like right there.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Anyway, all right, let's jump into our topics. First topic is funny to me. Scrabble. For one thing, you know, who even knew that Scrabble had a competitive scene? And apparently it's big enough to make you a couple $100,000 if you're good at it. But Scrabble obviously is just the board game Scrabble is what we're talking about. That traditional game that you probably played with your family, and then your uncle who was drunk got really mad because he didn't think that the word you were using was a word, and then he hit the board and all the pieces went flying. And
Marvel.
Everybody was mad. Yeah. Anyway, so that's Scrabble. But in light of the recent Black Lives Matter movement, one of the, I guess, famous people of Scrabble, Scrabble Master. I don't know.
They got spell masters for the spelling bee, so why not?
Yeah. So I guess he put out a letter to the NASPA, which is like the official Scrabble board that decides on the rules and at the competitive level of Scrabble kind of thing. And it, you know, basically asked them what their response was going to be, because most people might not know this if all you ever played Scrabble with was like Scrabble at Home, because the Scrabble at Home is made by Hasbro, right? And they make family things, kids things. So this actually isn't in the Scrabble that you play at home. It's only in competitive Scrabble that you can play offensive words, like the F word. I don't want to say the words because we're trying to keep a clean podcast. Oh no. But like the F word is a big one, and the N word was a big one. That's in there. You can play that in competitive Scrabble, even though they, I guess, kind of discourage you from doing it. But it was in there because the idea was
there. Just don't try not to use it.
Well, because they don't want to, because they do like casters, they do like analysis and announcers that run the tournaments, and they don't want them having to say what the word was when it's offensive, and it might be on like TV or whatever. But it even has like blowjob in there. Like you could play blowjob as a word. So they had all these offensive words and sexual words and things like that. And it was just a part of it because, you know, with Scrabble, the more words you have, the more options you have to play.
And then it gets rough when you get down to the end and there's limited tiles and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to spend the whole time eliminating all the words, you're eliminating what your competitors can do. And so there were 238 words that they decided that they were going to remove from the official Scrabble competitors dictionary, which has like 192,000 words. So 238. They're going to be
fine.
Yeah. But you know, they decided to review all that and decided those words were better left out and things like that. But you know, the thing about that is that those words were playable in the first place. I just think is hilarious. I've never watched a competitive Scrabble tournament. I'm sure it's riveting TV. But
hey, if I can
just imagine like some dudes like standing over two competitors playing for like the final $500 jackpot, or I don't know, however much money you play for in Scrabble, and he's like, oh, he busted out. Oh, he played blowjob on the triple word and he's gonna win. Like, you know, it's like, blowjob, really? Okay. But anyway. So the other thing I wanted to talk about when I was researching this story, when I was looking up Scrabble, just because I had never heard of a Scrabble competitive scene. I guess they have tournaments all over the world, and one of their biggest winners is a guy named Nigel Richards, I believe is the name. I hope I got that right. He was born in New Zealand. He won in New Zealand, and he wins in Malaysia, which is nearby. And he's won in the US like 5 times or something like that. And he was one of the first people to repeat multiple times. But what's interesting about Nigel Richards. See, when you play Scrabble, you're playing like
Mm-hmm.
you have to play English words or whatever. He went to France and he doesn't know French, and he won the French Scrabble tournament playing French words.
How?
I guess he studied the dictionary for like a couple of weeks before the tournament, not knowing what any of those words mean or how to use them. All he did was memorize how they were spelled, and he ended up winning like the national French Scrabble tournament without knowing any French. That's crazy.
That is
That's
crazy.
nuts. That dude's a genius. I guess he has like an eidetic memory, so he can like memorize things really fast. But
See, and that I was gonna bring that up when you mentioned these words being banned. And it's kind of shocking that it's getting banned now, and it was also kind of shocking words like the N word were actually still playable. But if you really think about it, the class of person that's probably competing at these international levels are probably more refined and sophisticated, and not on our level where we're gonna giggle because I play blowjob on the board for a triple word score.
yeah,
So they probably didn't really
If I was
run
in
into
like the big
people.
tournament,
Yeah.
right. If I was in those big tournaments, I would be looking to play those words, and they would get mad at me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'd be like,
they
we know
probably
they are
avoid those.
allowed, but please stop using them. Because you'll be giggling.
I would have gotten those words banned years ago because they would have been like, all right, we gotta stop this guy. I don't know what he's doing, but this is ridiculous. Yeah.
You'll be the Happy Gilmore of Scrabble.
Gilmore. Yeah. Yeah. They'll never see it coming. So yeah. Apparently they also, like, this isn't the first time they've reviewed and removed words. There used to be in the 90s a bunch of anti-Semitic slurs in the official Scrabble dictionary, and somebody lobbied to have those removed. So you know, and that's it's Scrabble. Like, I understand why the words are there, not to be offensive and not to like piss people off, but just because you need words
They're
in Scrabble.
options.
You have
Yeah.
right. But yeah, I think it's good that they removed them. So that's just a funny little story. Not even video game related.
I kind of wonder if there's like a professional Cards Against Humanity scene. If
I'm sure there is.
Where would they go with that?
I don't know.
This
How do
day
you
and
even
age?
judge that? Like, how do you decide? Because the whole point is like to judge what's the funniest answer, right? So it's really subjective.
Unless you get one of those guys that are like party poopers and have to take everything literally. Like, I don't get it. Why'd you play this word with that one?
Yeah, that would be the worst. Or they have like an impartial judge that you have to try and make laugh, like one of those guards at Buckingham Palace, just sitting there reading the cards. Like, I don't get it. It's not funny. Okay, next one. That would suck.
That would suck.
I wouldn't be surprised though if they tried to make it work at least a little bit, even if it failed. It's funny. All right, next topic. What's next?
Ninja,
right? Ninja. So Ninja's back. He's back, baby.
Kind of back.
Kind of. Yeah, the largest streamer in the history of streamers. He got paid to go over to Mixer for a while. He made a cool couple of million there, and now Mixer has gone under, which we talked about in previous episodes. And when Mixer went under, they released all their partners, including Ninja, Shroud, and some other big guys. And they could do whatever they want after that. And Ninja's been offline since, and that's been a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, he's tweeted. He did tweet that he hasn't decided which, like when it first started, he didn't decide which platform he's going to go back to, but he promised to keep everybody in the loop. And I guess he's come out of the shadows now. Kind of. I guess he wasn't entirely in the shadows, but as far as streaming goes,
yeah, I think he was still active. Like Dr. Disrespect hasn't tweeted since like June 27th, so he's just gone.
He's gone dark completely.
Yeah, but Ninja has been tweeting and talking and engaging with people. He just hasn't been streaming, which is his main source of income. So you have to think that he's been pushing to get back out there. And he did today. He streamed for YouTube, which is interesting partially because when Mixer folded, it's because it sold to Facebook Gaming, and it was Facebook Gaming that invited all the Mixer partners to come over there, and they offered them some signing bonus money, which was a pittance for what Ninja makes, obviously. But there were also rumors that Ninja might be starting his own platform because he made so much money off that deal, and obviously had made a lot of money in general. and I guess that hasn't come to fruition yet. Still could. Like Anthony said, he hasn't signed a contract with YouTube Gaming or anything like that. He just decided to use that. I think he just doesn't want to go back to Twitch.
I
They
don't blame
kind of
him.
they kind of treated him bad when he left. So yeah. So
No, well, there was some periods he was being treated bad near the end before he became the Mixer deal, which I think, and yeah, obviously the signing bonus from Mixer was a nice, cherry on top to bring him over. But I think even without the bonus, even a smaller bonus, he probably would have been willing to switch over. Because from what I understand, yeah, Twitch wanted to keep him around, but I think they started neglecting him and abusing him in a way because they knew he was a big star, and they knew he technically really didn't have anywhere else to go. Yeah, Mixer was around, but it wasn't lucrative until they offered that bonus. Then obviously it became lucrative very quickly for him.
yeah.
I saw it today. That's why I brought it up to JD. There's a tweet. I can't remember who did it, but they said, I guess it's somebody that's close to Ninja. They said Ninja is in talks with negotiations with contracts, but nothing official. He will be streaming on YouTube today. It does not mean he's going to YouTube. He may even stream on Twitch. I didn't follow up to see if he actually did stream on Twitch, but it sounded like the main focus was YouTube today. So it might have been he was just feeling up. Yeah, they said he might have tried Twitch again. I think mainly this was to obviously give his fans something, because I know they're probably missing him and wanting him back. And I also think it might have been to give YouTube a feel to see how it is and see if it's worth his time. And it may even be he's testing the waters on different streaming platforms. If he's about to make his own, he wants to probably get ideas from different platforms that already exist. So he's already done Mixer, he's done Twitch for a very long time, and now he's trying out YouTube. I mean, this is a completely guess. I have nothing to back this up, other than the rumor that I guess Shroud, and there's a huge rumor that part of the reason why Dr. Disrespect is quiet is he may be helping with the new streaming platform. I don't know if I believe that per se, but I'm sure if Twitch and Shroud did do their own and offered to bring Dr. Disrespect on, he'd probably take it, depending on why he got banned in the first place, if it's nothing serious. So
yeah. I mean, that I don't really believe that rumor yet,
no,
but it's a possibility, I guess. But I think this is kind of evidence that Ninja doesn't have somewhere to go and is looking and is curious. And the YouTube thing went well. I think he peaked out at like 150,000 at one point. So, I mean, that's a lot of viewers. Yeah, that's pretty good. And YouTube's a much bigger platform than Mixer. I mean, the YouTube streaming side kind of sucks and they don't do it very well. And it's kind of clunky right now, but they have the resources, and Ninja already has a presence on YouTube, obviously. So there's definitely room there for possibility. What do you think about the fact that Facebook Gaming isn't even in the mix for Ninja? I think
I'm not
doesn't
surprised.
bode well. Yeah,
it doesn't bode well for Facebook Gaming, but I'm not surprised considering, like you mentioned, the NDA. That's a little concerning to me. Facebook is already in some mess with Congress and other political members because of some things they may or may not be guilty of. Mark Zuckerberg is kind of creepy in my opinion, but that's just a personal thing. And Facebook Gaming, the streaming service, like I started uploading videos to Facebook, and they have a monetization program for the videos as well. I don't even like their video service, so I can't imagine how their streaming service is. I got friends that do Facebook Live all the time when they're just doing like barbecues in their backyard, but that's different. Right. You're just you're not trying to make a business out of it. You're just sharing with your friends. But somebody like Ninja has a lot more to invest in that and a lot more involved. I know Streamlabs OBS has allowed to integrate with Facebook Gaming a long time ago. I think it was sometime late last year they added Facebook Gaming. They actually add multi-streaming now to make it so you can click one button and you're streaming to all your platforms. I think Mixer was on there. It may not be anymore because, well, Mixer's dying. Yeah,
why keep it?
Yeah. But I am not entirely shocked he has not gone to Facebook Gaming. I actually would have been more shocked if I heard he went especially exclusively to Facebook Gaming, and if he did it quickly. if he decides in a month to go to Facebook Gaming, I'll be less shocked because that means he actually put time and thought into it, whether or not he wants to go over there. Me personally, I think it would be a bad idea. I think Facebook Gaming is probably just as dead or more dead than Mixer. And he would be, and I can't imagine Facebook can offer the amount of money that Mixer could. I mean, yeah, Facebook is a big organization and company. Mark Zuckerberg has obviously done quite well for himself in Facebook on Facebook in general. But Mixer was Microsoft, which is, I believe I could be wrong, much larger than Facebook. So they had more to offer to Ninja. I don't think Facebook Gaming can compete with that. And YouTube may not be able to compete as much as Microsoft did. They probably can't offer Ninja $30 million to sign on, but I'm sure they can probably offer better benefits than Facebook Gaming. And they have more notability as far as the gaming world, not in just streaming, but in the video content world anyway. So
yeah,
if he doesn't,
I was just going to say, one of the problems with Mixer, they had to offer him that much money because they can't guarantee that he's going to get the same viewers that he got on Twitch, because Twitch just has so many more viewers. But I think YouTube has the potential to maybe give him a closer number of viewers, which means more money coming in slowly rather than a larger contract. I think YouTube has the potential for that. I don't know if it would succeed over the long term, but it's definitely there, a lot more than Mixer was. So YouTube definitely could just be a stopping point for Ninja. We'll have to see though. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I mean he does, especially if he's kind of burning bridges on Twitch. YouTube is pretty much his last hope, unless the rumors are true that he's looking into doing his own. I mean the guy. He's not going to stream forever. Eventually, he's going to get to the point of calling it quits. He's obviously got the money to stop now if he really wanted to, and probably retire, which sucks because I still have 5 years before I retire, and he's younger than me. So, but hey, that's just the dice he got rolled. I think
his retirement's a little different than your retirement.
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm not upset. It's the career I chose, and I don't have the personality or the skill to draw in the viewers he does on.
Yeah, it's true. You have no personality or skill. So
not in the way. I have comedic value. How bad I suck. If you're willing to endure through most of the things. So,
sorry. Yawning.
My bad. You're fine. I know the baby doesn't let you.
Yeah, I don't get to nap. Wednesdays are a long day too. I work a lot on Wednesdays, and then I have to take care of the kid, and then I do this. Hooray!
Yay! It's fun being an adult.
Hooray, adulting.
That's another thing. Ninja doesn't. I don't think he's got kids, so he literally has anything available to him. And his wife is one of his managers, if not the manager. So I mean, she's got a job lined up with this too. So,
yeah, and I'm sure her job never stopped even after he went offline. Like I'm sure she was still managing everybody that wanted to talk to him and all that stuff. So
she's probably have a hand in brokering deals with different streaming platforms. So I heard a rumor that Spotify's thinking get into the streaming business, and that they're looking to look at Ninja, which I mean they already got Joe Rogan off YouTube for podcasts. So I mean, who knows? It'd be kind of surprising because Spotify is all about audio, nothing visual. So that would be a little weird. But
yeah, if they leapt into video, that'd be crazy. I mean, that's a whole different universe. But
I saw that.
I mean, Spotify's huge. I'm sure they can afford it.
I saw it in passing, so I don't know how legitimate that is. So it's Ninja at his level of notoriety and his internet celebrity status. I mean, he gets called in for different things all the time now for outside the gaming world. He did the New Year's Eve ball drop a couple of years ago. So he can get called into anything, or he can do his own thing, or he can just say, hey, you know what, I'm done. It's been good. I'm out. If I'm going to game, it's going to just be for more of my pleasure and less of a job. So who knows?
Yeah.
He's a lucky man, though. There's a lot of people out there wish they can make a career out of gaming. So
yeah, that is true.
And he's grown up a lot. I've heard he's had quite the temper in the past, and now he's more mellow.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to control your temper when you're wiping your tears with money. So
That is true. It makes the pain go away.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm about to rage. Oh, here's $1,000 in my pocket. Oh, okay.
I feel better now.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. We don't really know where Ninja's settling, but he definitely streamed today, and it was a big deal. So, okay, we're moving on.
Mainly because he exclusively did it on YouTube, didn't it? It sounds like he didn't give Twitch any love at all. So,
yep. All right, so you want to do this next one? The Sims one?
How that hurt. All right, so I mainly sent this to JD earlier today because I could not believe it, and I thought it was not true, but it was on The Verge. So Verge tends to be pretty legit most of the time.
It has a video.
And it has a video. And apparently, so basically what we're talking about, before I get too far into it, for all you Sims 4 fans. Now, I don't lie. I like Sims mainly because I find creative ways to lose my family, which I think most of us would do. But there's pretty hardcore Ninja fans. I mean, that too. There's pretty hardcore Sims fans out there. And Sims4 is got a TV deal, apparently, to have a reality TV show on TBS. And it's going to be only 4 episodes. And it's going to be, I think, up to 8 players. And they're all competing for money to see who can make the best story using Sims. Sounds like the dumbest concept I've ever heard. Now, it's one thing if you're... It is. I can't believe TBS is on board with it. Maybe they're bored and they don't know what to do with COVID limiting what they can do. This is one way to do it because these guys can easily do it from home and just use their Streamlabs or OBS or Stream Elements, whatever their favorite recording software is, and record the footage, send it into TBS. TBS edits it. It has a judge. It's got like an American Idol judge staff. One of them is actually the host is a former American Idol winner. And then there's like an R&B singer. They listed names. I did not recognize any of them, but I guess there's somebody somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess some of them were supposed to be known or something, but yeah, I didn't know.
One is apparently a big YouTuber. Never heard of. I think it was her. Never heard of her in a day in my life.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, before you even go on, like Sims is not our world, right?
No,
it's not our demographic. But it is a huge video game.
It is.
It is huge, and it has crazy viewership from the people who play it. And those people are just completely different than us. And to be fair, those people are also the kind of people that watch reality TV. So
that's true.
They might be interested.
Because they basically, when they play that game, they live out their own reality TV show. So I guess this all adds up, and maybe they might have something here. I mean, it may not appeal to people like us. Maybe some guys will make it a night of drinking to watch and make fun of. I'm sure if we have viewers, that if any of you are Sims fans and may think I'm speaking blasphemy, I would apologize, but I'm sorry, I just can't see it. So bear with me on this.
I mean, just look up the trailer. It's so bad. Like they're like hugging and crying over Sims. Like, it's a video game. Why are you crying on each other's shoulders about a video game? I don't know. It's really corny and cheesy, and you can tell, like, you know, they always call it reality TV, but it's really never quite reality TV.
Scripted. And
and this is very, very scripted, very directed where they want it to go, and it's
one of the judges is actually, I don't know if he still is or is a former writer for Sims in the past, so he's been on the Sim. I didn't recognize his name. Again, I'm not big into Sims. Maybe he's a god amongst the Sims fans, but I can't. I mean, in general, I do not like reality TV show. I cannot stand reality TV show. I think reality TV show is a reason for what is wrong in this world today, because people actually take it as reality and try to live it out in real life. So I remember when Jersey Shore first came out, I went to DC and there was people dressed up like the cast of Jersey Shore everywhere. And I wanted to just, I don't want to do it a call to acts of violence, but it just made me cringe so hard. These guys with these fake tans and their ascots. And I was like, I can't believe this is happening, but it is. So I cannot stand reality TV show at all. I had an ex that loved to watch 90 Day Fiance, and I just sat there like, why? Just why? I couldn't.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm down here doing podcasts and stuff with you all the time? My wife loves to watch reality TV. She's watching, oh, what is it? The Sunset one. I don't know. It's on Netflix. They sell like giant mansions in LA. I'm like, it's just so like, I don't know, out of reality. Like
I guess
it's the opposite of reality, and they call it reality TV. Like it's just weird.
I guess it's getting like, the same argument can use that a lot of guys say, and some girls, it's mostly guys that I've heard say they use video games to escape reality. And maybe that's their escape from reality, to live somebody else's life through a reality show, and we just do it through video games.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, they have their reasons for liking it.
Yeah.
They're not good reasons, but they're reasons. But
They're
this just looks terrible. Like The Sims is already a boring game. Sorry, Sims fans, but making a reality TV show out of it is just the worst.
Like I said, every time I played it thinking I'll get into it, and I end up just like locking my Sims in a doorless closet and then just leaving them there to rot in their own filth. So that's good. Maybe I just said nice too much in it. Yeah, I might end up getting a psyche valve when I get back to work, but we'll see.
Maybe they should make a Gears of War reality TV show. Just hand everybody a chainsaw gun and let them go nuts. That would be fun. I would watch that show.
I think most people would, especially now.
It'd have to be on HBO. Couldn't put that on cable television.
Would HBO Max cover it?
Yeah, let's do it on HBO Max. Stream it. Let's go. I'll host. I'll just have a frag grenade.
If the competition goes on too long, JD just tags one of them with one of the frag grenades.
Just as they run by, just toss it on them.
Like, run off.
Go.
See how many people you can take with you, because you're done.
Yep. Oh, it's so dumb. So dumb. They need to stop trying to put video games on TV like that. It just doesn't work. People don't want to watch video games that way. Like it's not fun.
I mean, no offense. I'm probably going to lose whatever fan base I have, but I don't entirely understand, unless it's a competitive game like Smite and you're watching a league tournament or something. I don't understand really watching people game on Twitch even. But again, that's just me. And that's probably bad for me to say this.
Stream on Twitch.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying this. And I game and stream on Twitch. But I would understand that more than watching a scripted reality-based TV show on cable TV about a video game. I can more understand why somebody can watch, especially, I watch a lot of YouTube videos about War Thunder. So JD probably blows his mind why I even do that. So, I mean, everybody has their thing. It's just... There's just sometimes you get to a point where you just can't understand it at all. And a video game reality-based judged TV show is...
awful. That's crossing the line. Yeah, you stop it, people. You stop it right now.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I got NASCAR doing virtual racing because COVID shut down the season, and NBA did a couple tournaments, and the NFL even did a few things. I understood that because that was more fun, especially when you got your favorite sports stars doing these things, and you got to see how they handle the video games. And I believe the NFLs and NBAs were charity events, weren't they? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, some of them, yeah.
So that I can understand, but Sims, maybe
It's weird. It's so weird. I know. I don't get it. All right. Let's move on.
Yeah, that's enough.
We're never going to get it. The more we talk about it, the more we're going to hate it. So that's pretty much it for our topics. We'll get into the outro. We just wanted to talk real quick about something else that we read. Is that in the new generation with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X, they are going to start bumping video game costs up to $70. It seems mostly inevitable. Like, they haven't actually announced that, but there have been individual games like the sports games that come out every year have been announced that they're going to be $70. And there's been product pages that accidentally propped up that showed $70. So it seems pretty inevitable at this point.
It's not all that shocking because there's always been the argument why developers need to up their prices in video games.
Yeah.
Apparently, the cost of developing has gotten too expensive. So,
yeah, and like, I remember they had this talk when the previous generation came
Mhm.
out, they were saying, "Oh, maybe they're going to start bumping up the price," and everybody rejected that. There's huge backlash, and they're like, "Okay, we won't do it. Relax." And then they didn't do it. But the problem is, once they've committed to that $60 price, they're stuck for this generation, right?
They have to
So
wait till the
they,
next one.
yeah, they pretty much have to do it at the beginning of the generation to make it stick for the long term. So it looks like it's definitely going to happen now. But I think it's been a long time since games were $50.
I think the original
And
Xbox was the last time it was $50. 360 bumped it
yeah,
to 60, I think, or it might have been
so
360 that bumped it. I'm in an Xbox, so I don't. I know Sony came out long before the original Xbox came out, and I think those were still $30 to $40 when the original Sony was out. And then when the Xbox came out, I think it might have gone to 40, and 360 was 50. No, it was 60
yeah,
because that's when they talk about bumping it from 60 to 70 when the one came out. So
yeah, and I
um,
mean, they always try to do other stuff too. Like they always have the standard edition that's $60, and then
yeah,
they have the deluxe edition that's 80, and then they have the premium edition that's 100, and then the premium edition comes with a golden statue that you can trade into your Lord and Savior. I don't know what they do. I've never really bought those. uh,
I bought one.
uh,
I got a Gears of War Special Edition, got a metal cog, the cog army flag, and I got a statue of Marcus Phoenix up there. So that's the only time I've ever spent that kind of money on something.
like I can understand people getting that stuff, like if they're collectors and they want to
Yeah.
collect like memorabilia and stuff like that, and that's fine. But that's always been the way they kind of got around that $60 price, and now they're gonna have $70, so they're gonna have even more stuff. So they're gonna have like deluxe edition for 100 and premium for 120 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money, man, for like one game. Like, I feel like, I mean, I know a lot of games these days have a lot of replayability. They pretty much always have to have some sort of single player and multiplayer component. I don't know. It just seems like a lot to me, just off the top of my head. Like even now, I wait for deals on most of my games. Like I just bought
Mm-hmm.
Doom Eternal for $30. Like I wasn't gonna buy it at 60. Definitely not gonna buy it at 70. So
Well,
I
I
don't know.
mean, in our unless because I haven't heard anything about the PC market as far as this goes, but you and I have pretty much all but given up on the console in general. I
Right,
mean,
right. But I'm
if
sure it's gonna impact PC in some
yeah,
way.
eventually. I mean, granted though, even now, new PC games, I've seen some not come out at 60. It depends on the developer, but PC has almost solely become digital at this point.
Right.
Um, and then
Yeah, I
there's
mean, indie games and stuff like that usually don't release
yeah,
at 60.
no, they don't at all. No.
Yeah.
PC seems to take more advantage of the free to play and then rely on microtransactions to fund their products after that. So that's also helped PC games in that sense too. And Steam, platforms like Steam and Epic are doing a lot to help the developers out to give them some cuts and budgets and stuff. So they're able to do things a lot cheaper. Microsoft and Sony, from my understanding, have never really done that with any of their developers. So the developers are almost always forced to do full price on release or keep it full price for a long time, even after release. So
Yeah, I think Microsoft dictates the price for games that are
mhm.
released on its console. So here's an interesting point. Well, for one thing, it says that it's been $60 for 15 years. So January 2005 was the first time it went up to $60. So that's a long time. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
legit, really long time to be at one price, and especially given the point that I'm about to read about inflation.
yeah.
So this article points out that $60 in January 2005. Somebody's dying over there.
A little bit.
$60 in January 2005 is equal to $81 in January 2020. So a jump, you know,
Yeah,
a jump by 10 or even $20 isn't actually,
that
while
far
it
off.
seems like it's a jump of money, it's a lot of money. It's really not. It's right because of inflation, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, but
So
in order for that to make sense, you'd also have to have improved your income over that time. And who knows
not
if
a
people
lot
have
of
done that.
people have. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if they have, they've done it by working multiple jobs, and sometimes they're too tired to do anything when they get home at that point. So,
Right. Yeah.
uh,
So
I, and so with the point of inflation, basically what GAE's it sounds like is that it should have been at least 70 a long time ago. Because if inflation says a $60 game in 2005 should be 80 now, or is it worth 80 now, then yeah, they should have bumped prices up a long time ago. Obviously, none of us want to hear that because that means more money out of our pockets for our favorite games. But that's just the fact of the matter. Gas prices go up, food goes up, everything you know and buy goes up. But when you get in a comfort zone with video games that have enabled sit basically flatline for so long, and maybe that's what forced the microtransaction society we got now. We kind of forced it upon ourselves by throwing a fit when developers tried to up prices. So now they found another way to sneak around and get that money to compensate. So we might have done this to ourselves. So
yeah, in some ways, yeah, you have to imagine that's true. And it's not like it's all bad either. Like they're trying to do different. Like Xbox has the smart delivery thing, where you can buy it now and then you can get it on the next console, so you won't have to pay. So if you bought a game now that's $60 and then you get an upgrade to play it on the next console when that comes out, then you don't have to pay the extra $10 or whatever. So that's not bad.
Which is actually better than what they did, because like when Battlefield 4 came out, when 360 was ending and the 1 started, you could get Battlefield 4 on the 1 when it came out, but I think you still paid $10. You just got it at a discounted price. But now it sounds like you get it for $60, and a $70 game, you're paying $60 for it. So
not too bad.
No,
anyway,
I mean,
we don't have to.
No,
we don't have to spend too much time on that. It's not a big deal. It's just expect to pay $10 more when the new consoles come out. Hooray!
I mean, JD and I, we're at this stage of our lives, we have to really budget for gaming anyway. I mean, most people generally do, but I know a lot of people that buy every single game every time it comes out. Now we're very selective about what we pick, especially since we've been burned by developers in the past that we used to trust, and now we're like, this is garbage. Why do we just buy this? So we're very careful, and maybe this will force some of you to do the same thing.
Call of Duty.
Yes.
Oh, something in my throat about Call of Duty. Anyway.
So, I mean,
Call of Duty Ghosts in particular.
I never bought that one. I was so happy I never bought that one. Marvel tried so hard to get me to buy it, and I was like, I'm not doing it.
I skipped like 3 generations, and then I bought Call of Duty Ghosts, and I was like, this is the worst I've ever played. Terrible. Awful. Anyway. All right. Let's move on. Outro. Do you have anything you want to put in the outro?
No, I think the other than our typical outro of you guys got anything you want to bring up as far as stories? We don't talk about just gaming. As you can see, we talked about Scrabble, which I mean it's still gaming, but it's not video games. So we do pop
competitive
stuff.
Though.
Yeah, it is
hardcore competitive, man. Don't mess with my Scrabble.
A lot of high adrenaline pumping action in there, I bet.
It's big.
So, and we talk about a lot of pop culture stuff. We'll talk about military stuff because a couple episodes ago, JD is pretty excited about it. I'm getting more excited about it. Doom. We talked about the TV show or the new movies. Is it movies or TV show?
Doom.
Movies.
Yeah. It's like a 2-part movie. Yeah.
So we're excited about that.
That'll be fun.
You guys got anything like that you want to talk about? We don't talk about politics or political styles. Stories. We stick it to video games, pop culture, and
try to keep it fluffy. We're looking for fluff. We're not. If we wanted to start a political podcast, we could do that, but it would last one episode and it would end with us screaming at each other.
Yes. Plus, we get enough of that crap on YouTube and Twitch, and well, I don't know if a lot of people talk politics on Twitch, but in real life, so it's nice to get a break and talk about things we love and enjoy, and can joke about and have fun with. So that's what the purpose of this podcast is. And so if you guys got anything along those lines, we JD's a veteran, I'm active duty still. If you guys got military stories or questions that you would like to talk about, maybe you're thinking about joining, JD will tell you why you shouldn't join. I'll tell you why you should.
I will.
And just use hashtag NTWP or messages on Twitter. Both are our Twitters will be in the description of the video or podcast when JD uploads these to the podcast sites. We're on pretty much every major podcast site now. So don't cost a dime because we can't justify monetizing it.
We don't even have ads. We have nothing.
No.
We have an audience of us. So Yeah, feel free to listen. It's free.
That's all I got for the outro. And just a quick reminder, anybody that I appreciate people stopping by in the chat and talking. I will always get to your messages at the end of the podcast if you were willing to sit through the entire thing. But that's all I got for the outro. Oh, right. JD needs affiliate on Twitch, so let's get him there.
Okay.
I'm helping. I'm here for you, buddy.
I'm super excited about it. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with episode 18 and talk to you about more news. But that's it. Have a good week.
Have a good one, guys.